Yes, welcome to the channel, my guys. I said we have to finish some topics and that people requested. So there's someone who requested for to go through the functions of the spleen. I don't know what inspired, but let's get to see what are the functions of the spleen. What are the functions of the spleen? Okay, we check this out. Yes, the spleen has several functions. I can see someone has liked. Thanks a lot for liking the stream. I'm just getting in right now, and we get to talk. Let's get to talk. Let's get to talk about some ABCD, some issues that affect our body. So if you are new in the channel, welcome. Today it will always at night. It's a short session. Always at night it's a short session. So don't worry yourself. If you have any question that you wanna ask, always come and just ask any question that is medical and you will be answered, or any mental health issue or anything that you need to be helped with. To the challenge, everyone, what is the spleen? Well, someone may ask, what is the spleen? And you may be confused on answering that the spleen, because the most of the organs that people know are the heart, the kidney, but the spleen, most of the people don't know what the spleen is. I think that is why someone asked that question. Let's go through the spleen. Yeah, what is Yes, this is something that really helps when it comes to blood circulation. It's a small, soft, fist-like tissue located in the upper side of your abdomen, just under the rib cage, behind the stomach. So, what are the functions of the spleen, everyone? If you are here watching, if you are coming in right now, welcome. If you are coming in right now, welcome to the chat. And we continue talking, we continue knowing what is the spleen, what are the functions of the spleen, what does the spleen do. Here in Benjamin the Wise Guy, we talk about medical issues, and as we talk about medical issues, we try and solve some issues, we relate, we do some things that are needed. So welcome everyone who is here, and we'll continue with the talk. The spleen, you see, it's the first thing it does, it filters blood. The spleen filters blood. It acts like a blood cleaning organ. As blood passes through it, harmful particles, dead cells, toxins and microorganisms are trapped and they are removed from your body. That is the work of the spleen. it destroyed the old red blood cells. You understand, I said last time, your cells should not live beyond the days that they are supposed to live, because if they live beyond the time they are supposed to live, they start creating some things, bad things, and that is where we call mutations. That is where we come and say you are getting a mutation. Red blood cells normally live for 120 days. I've always said that red blood cells live for 20 days. When they become older and damaged, the spleen identifies and destroys them through macrophages. There are several cytokines. Onik, welcome. I can see you, Onik. Welcome to the chat. We are talking about the functions of the spleen. Hope you are doing good, Onik. This today will be a short session that will be quick. So when you have cells that are living 20 days, the red blood cells, when they get into the spleen, the macrophages destroys them and they are removed from the blood. That the function of the spleen, because if they live for long, what will happen? They will create some other things that are mutated and they will start bringing problems. And also we have iron. But your body recycles iron, the one that you use and maintain your body to be okay. So after breaking down red blood cells, the spleen recovers iron from hemoglobin. This iron is transported to the bone marrow to help make new red blood cells. You see, Doctor, you see Fiona? Yes, I saw Fiona at her channel, and I told Fiona to come, but Fiona did not come. Hope she'll come one day. She's a good lady and a dark lady that is. She's a cool girl. She's a cool girl. She's a nice girl. I see why you like Fiona. So it recycles. The spleen recycles red blood cells. The spleen recycles red blood cells. Onik, I will call Fiona to this channel one day so that our friends can meet Fiona and talk to Fiona. Now, also, as it recycles the iron from the dead red blood cells, sending the iron to the bones, long bones, you understand, bone marrow, to the long bones in the bone marrow to help them, it is recycling them. Now, stores blood. It stores blood. And spleen can hold a reservoir of blood during severe. Doctor, you everyday work? Yes, I work every day, but I give myself rest in once in a while. I give myself rest in once in a while, but at times, but every day kind of like I'm working. Only every time it's kind of like I'm working. So no worry yourself, Onik. You know, working is working. We should work to live well and not to be bored with some issues. So that is it. Onik is surprised that I work daily. Every time I come, I'm in this uniform. No worry yourself, Onik. So we are talking about what is it? We were talking about red blood, the spleen and the red blood cells, and we've seen it stores blood. It may release stored blood into circulation to help maintain blood pressure. So when you have got an injury and you have been bleeding, it can release more blood so that you have maintained blood pressure. You see, that is like maintaining what you should have. We have platelet stores. About 1/3 of the body platelets can be stored in the spleen. A third, you see, itself in blood clotting when injury occurs, and you know the work of platelets. You understand? Those are the kind of work that the spleen does. Produces lymphocytes. The spleen can produce lymphocytes. You know, lymphocytes are white types of white blood cells. We have B lymphocytes and we have the T lymphocytes. So the spleen produces lymphocytes, which are special white cells important in immune defense. These cells help in attacking the bad bacteria, some things that are not good for you. What happens to the brain when people sleep? The brain never sleeps, Odik. The brain never sleeps. It's always working. When you are sleeping, it is working. Metabolism, as you rest, it is doing some other things. When your brain cannot stop, when it stops, you are dead, because it coordinates some things when you are working. See, okay, let's go to number 7. Number 7 supports immune responses. The spleen also, because now it produces lymphocytes, the T lymphocytes and the B lymphocytes. So it means sometimes it supports some immune responses in your body. It supports some responses in your body, like the spleen helps to recognize foreign organisms such as bacteria and viruses, then activates defense mechanism against them. Some defense mechanism against them, you see. So that is the work of, because the lymphocytes, the B and T lymphocytes, their work is to fight microorganisms. So when it releases those immune system, okay, I'm looking at something, it means that it is fighting for you, for your body. The immune system produces antibodies. The white pulp of the spleen produces antibodies. The white pulp of the spleen produces antibodies, especially IgM. Antibodies attach to germs and help to destroy them. You see, these are mostly, let's say that the spleen, the work of the spleen is to, it gives some way to attack some bad bacteria. You see, it can, or it is the defense system of your body. The spleen is the defense system of your body. Produces antibodies, removes bacteria from the blood. It removes bacteria from your blood. You see, the spleen is especially good at clearing bacteria that circulate in the bloodstream. The bloodstream, including the encapsulated bacteria that are difficult to destroy, like pneumococcal disease and meningococcal diseases. Those ones, the spleen removes them so well. The spleen, Onic, yes, it's heading there. It's heading to be monetized very soon, but not fully. I'm monetized, but not fully monetized. So very soon it will be Onic. Soon it will be, but you can see my videos of that side. That's what people have been asking. Why is your channel having a dollar sign, but we are not seeing adverts? So there is a way YouTube does when you are heading to monetization. They put a dollar sign and then after they start giving you the adverts. So on it very soon, maybe I'll be fully monetized. So let's continue. Remove damaged platelets. Old or defective plate cells are filtered out and destroyed in the spleen to keep healthy clotting function. That is the function of the spleen. You get? Removes abnormal. For example, when people get sick, the use of pills damage the person's brain. Not really, but you know, there are some drugs that you use that can damage your brain if they are not used well. But if they are used well, they cannot damage. We give drugs because we are balancing the brain and some things. But there are some drugs that can cross and they go to your brain and then they can damage. That is right. But a doctor prescribes according to how he knows the brain cannot be damaged. You see that only? Yes, we are talking about the function of the spleen. We are talking about the function of the spleen, and the spleen can remove abnormal blood cells, abnormal shaped blood cells. You know, like in sickle cell, such as sickle cell, they are trapped and removed by the spleen. So you imagine a person who has sickle cell with all those abnormal shaped cells. This is why they end up in sequestration with pain, because the spleen does a lot of work. And how much do carbonated drink damage the brain? No, those ones do not damage the brain. Only carbonated drinks and alcohol only tempers with your nervous system, not the brain. It only tempers with your nervous system, not the brain. You see, because if ever any drink or alcohol can get into your brain, it will damage, but they don't get there. They only damage the they only damage the nervous system for a time, the liver. And I can see Betty. Betty, welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for logging in. We are talking about functions of the spleen, the functions of the spleen. So there are the ones that remove abnormal blood cells, like sickle cell. If a person has sickle cell, I don't know if anyone who is watching have ever met someone who have sickle cell. You will find that that person feels so much pain. It is called sequestration because the spleen is overworking by removing the bad cells every time, So you end up feeling pain. That is a way that the spleen helps you to remove the bad cells. And then we have sites of phagocytosis. Macrophages in the spleen engulf digested germs, digested debris. You know, your body always has germs and debris and dead things that are removed in your body every time. So the spleen is responsible for this because it removes every time. It removes them every time. You see? Through a process called phagocytosis. So let's go on and say participates in fetal hematopoiesis. It helps to produce the fetal. Just a minute. Yes, we are continuing. So we site of phagocytosis where it kills germs and removes them. Let's talk about participates in fetal hematopoiesis, whereby it produces when a mother is pregnant, it produces the baby's red blood cells, helps in reproducing the baby's red blood cells and components because the bone marrow is not yet fully developed of the kid. So if a baby, red blood cells are produced from, Kate, welcome, those medical terms, doc. Let me talk in a simple language. When a baby is in the stomach, the bones of the baby are not mature, and the red blood cells and cells are produced in the long bones. So what happens is hematopoiesis means production of blood, red blood cells, the blood cells. So the spleen is the one which helps in producing the cells for the baby. As the mother is producing cells and continuously produces cells from her long bones, for the baby it is the spleen. So it's not a very complicated word. It's just something. Hematopoiesis means production of blood cells. So that is it. The spleen. Let's talk about can resume blood cell production in disease. If you are losing blood and you are having anemia, or bone marrow, perhaps the only time alcohol causes brain burden is when it becomes addictive. Yes, when it becomes addictive, you are taking so much alcohol on it goes to your liver, to your kidneys, and it causes electrolyte imbalance like sodium, potassium. You can have something that is called encephalopathy, brain damage, because of the imbalance of the electrolytes. You see, that is what happens. You can have imbalance of the electrolytes. Now, let's talk about when you are sick, when you are having anemia, you're losing blood. Anemia, everyone knows anemia. Everyone knows anemia. In severe anemia, bone marrow disease, the spleen may restart blood cell production. It may start blood cell production. This is called extramedullary blood cell production. Is the one Kate is saying. These are technical terms. So you have anemia. You have lost so much blood. The spleen may start producing again. See, let's talk about maintaining blood quality. Maintaining blood quality. The spleen checks circulating blood cells. The spleen checks circulating blood cells and removes defective cells. Ensure healthy blood circulation. So as it is filtering bad in your blood, it is doing what? It is maintaining the health of your blood. Helps fight parasites, like in malaria. You know, malaria is a parasite. And this parasite, the mosquitoes does not give you malaria. Mosquitoes only transport malaria. So when they come and ingest your blood, they leave the parasite there. When they leave the parasite there, that is now the problem. What happens? You start having issues with the parasite, because it goes inside your red blood cells, and when it goes inside your red blood cells, some things happen that are not good. They start destroying, and that's why the guys that have malaria will see the eyes and the tongue, the palms at the kids, they are yellow because they are destroying red blood cells. So malaria is not a good thing. So monitors antigen in blood. Antigen are foreign substance that can trigger immune reaction. The spleen constantly monitors blood for these antigens, for antibodies that can bring some problems. So welcome everyone who is watching. If you are new in the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We are talking about medical issues here. If you have not liked the chat, please double tap like. Let's interact. Let's get to know each other. Let's get to know you, where you are and where you are chilling from. There are some new people that always come and get lost, and you remember, I was in another channel that this guy was talking about this thing. You know, some medical issues, you will come across them anytime in life, and you can remember, it was that channel, and you have subscribed. You just easily come and you ask and we respond. So if you are watching, if your first time here, chat with us. Text us the chat, say hi, I am so and so, and I'm watching you from this and this place. In the evening, like now it's not even in the evening, it is at night. It is 9:53 p.m. I usually come to answer medical questions. So if you have any question that you need clarification or to be answered, ask and I will do it. Ask and I will do it. Everyone who is watching, always thank you a lot for watching and being there for the channel. Now you can see Onik, Kate, Betty, all logged in watching. Now let's talk about the support activation of B cells and T cells. Supporting activation of B cells and T cells. B produce antibodies. T directly attack infected cells in your body and coordinate immunity. So the spleen helps these cells to continue being produced in your body, and the spleen, you see, it is the main defender of your body. The spleen. So the person who asked this question, you should know that the spleen is the main immunity defender in your body. You see, acts as a part of radiculoendothelial system. The spleen, that is a very wrong word. I know someone will say, hey, that is very complicated. The spleen works together with organs like the liver, the lymph nodes, clear microbes. They clear bacteria, damaged cells, and waste products to the body. That is called the reticuloendothelial cell of the body. Clearing the dirt in your system. Clearing the dirt in your system. Let's talk about helps maintain immune and fluid balance. It helps maintain immunity and fluid balance. Immunity and fluid balance. The spleen contributes to regulation of lymphatic circulation, immune cells movement, and overall balance of the immune system. That is the spleen. Immunity. And as you have seen, all the things that we have talked about, the spleen is heading to immunity. Everything. Hey, T is here. T, hi. How is you doing, T? I can see your profile picture has changed again. You told me you're gonna be changing it every time. And I like it when you are changing it because you are becoming more beautiful and beautiful every time. Yes, hello, T. We are talking about the spleen. Talking about the spleen. Let me check you. Let me see. Yeah, T is a beautiful lady. Everyone, go and check T. T, you will confuse Onik. If Onik comes to your channel, Onik will confuse you. Onik will confuse you. Yes, Onik, go to T's channel and see, and don't get confused. Fiona is waiting for you in Uganda. So we have been talking about the function of the spleen, and you have seen the spleen. Yes, T beauty. That's why you call your channel T beauty, because you are beautiful. Yes, you are beautiful, and everyone can see. And everyone can see you are beautiful. Yes, so we have talked about many things, and we have seen the functions of the Onik is laughing. Yes, Onik, if you go to this channel, concentrate. You told me you love Fiona from Uganda. Don't do it like you did with Miss Marie. You promised Miss Marie, then you went to Uganda and saw Fiona and you became confused. Yeah? So if you see a spleen is enlarged, just know someone might be having malaria, leukemia, liver disease, or severe infections. Some people may tend to remove the spleen. And removing the spleen when it has problems is called, the swelling of the spleen is called splenomegaly. You get? And the removal of the spleen is called splenectomy. So guys, that is about the spleen. The person who asked about the spleen, that is about the spleen. Let's do faster something called multiple myeloma. Multiple. When you hear a word multiple, yeah, you see, Beauty is saying the boyfriend said the same thing. The boyfriend said the same thing. Onik, my boyfriend said the same thing. Yes. You see, Onik, some people have enlarged spleen. Yes. And it can be there because when people have malaria, T, and liver disease and severe infections, when blood is going through the spleen, you know the spleen, its work is to remove the dirt from your body. The dirt from your body. So it does a lot of work until it becomes enlarged. Does a lot of work until, like malaria. If you come to Africa and you are not immunized against malaria, or you have not taken drugs, prophylactic drugs of malaria. You can get malaria and your spleen can become bigger. And it can be removed, because when it is damaged, you can be having more problems. So it is removed. People with sickle cell anemia, sickle cell disease. Sickle cell disease, most people, their spleens are enlarged. You see, their spleens are enlarged because of the work that the spleen do. So that is it. So someone talked about multiple myeloma. Is that blood cancer affects the plasma cells, a white blood cell. Multiple myeloma is blood cancer that happens to. Do you have a question for doctor? Yes. What is asking if you have a question for me. Now, a type of blood cancer that affects plasma cells. You see, your plasma cells helps to fight infection. And when you have a blood cancer that is targeting the white, you see, these cells normally help to your body to produce antibodies that fight infection. In multiple myeloma, abnormal plasma cells grow uncontrollably and crowd out healthy blood cells. Some abnormal cells just comes on and grows uncontrollably. What happens? The cancerous cells multiply in bone marrow, produce abnormal protein called the M protein. They can damage the bones, kidneys, and the immune system. T. Onik will ask me if I talked to Fiona, the lady from Uganda. If you tell Onik to ask me a question, he'll ask me if I've seen Fiona. Onik is in love with Fiona. That one I truly saw. You know, Miss Marie told me Onik is in love, and with Fiona I didn't. I didn't really see that, but I saw it. He confessed. Now, what are the symptoms of multiple myeloma? Bone pain, frequent infections, fatigue, weakness, high calcium. It will be interesting to hear the princess question to the doctor. Princess T Beauty, right? Princess T Beauty. I wish Fiona would be here one day. I'll find Fiona to tell her to come here one day. Because Onik, everyone wants to see Fiona. But I saw her and I talked to her. She's a good lady. A nice dark black beauty from Uganda. So the symptoms of multiple myeloma are those: kidney problems. Time to call Princess Fiona. Tell Onik to call Princess Fiona now. Weakness and numbness. Now, high calcium, renal damage, kidney damage, anemia, and bone problems. Those are the problems that come with multiple myeloma. And you've seen it is just an abnormal white blood cell. Yes. I look tired. I just want to finish this. I go and rest now. It's a Friday, and doctor, tell Fiona to definitely visit your channel and subscribe to. Nice. I want to finish this. I go and rest. I go to see my babies, my four babies. Now, what happens in multiple myeloma? Cancerous cells multiply in the bone marrow, the M protein, damages the kidneys and the immune system. You see, so that one we will not be right back. My mailman is here. Okay, even me, I'm finishing tea. I will see you tomorrow. This has been a very short session because even look tired. I want to go home. So everyone who is watching, thank you. T, next time you tell Fiona to come, we talk to Fiona. You need to see her. You need to see her. definitely. So guys, have a nice evening. And as T Beauty has said, I look tired. Really, I look tired. I really wanna go and rest. Have a nice evening, everyone. Be blessed. I've answered those important questions that you've been asking, and see you tomorrow at 16:30. Bye. See you.